Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for tuning in and I hope you're all well. And before we start this vlog, no, I'm not in my garden shed. I'm actually in my accommodation for the next 24 hours. Now I'll give you more of a tour of that shortly, once I'm all sort of set up. Oh, here comes the rain. That was good timing. I better get my chair in. So yeah, where were we? Well, where am I? And I'm down in Follyfoot Fishery down in North Petherton in Somerset. Now it's the first time I've ever fished this fishery and it will probably be my last. And the reason for that is sadly they're closing their doors. Now I'll go into a bit more of that a little bit later. But yeah, this place has been on my to visit list for some time now. And it got to the stage where if I don't get in there quick, my chance is gone forever. So on arrival, I was supposed to be here at 12. I got here probably a good hour before. Just have a walk around the lake, introduce myself to the owner, and yeah, I noticed there's somebody on peg 27 and we're just getting to 12 and they're still fishing. So pop round just to sort of say hello and just let them know that I was booked on at 12, and unfortunately he wasn't aware they had to be off at 12, so there's a bit of a miscommunication somewhere. So yeah, I'm about 45 minutes late into my session, but yeah, it don't matter, it don't matter. They had 5 fish during the night last night apparently. There's some lad with his 2 lads, which is nice to see the kids out fishing. Yeah, so fish have been caught. Now, there are some special fish here at Follyfoot. There's a lot of, I don't know, a lot. There are koi carp in here and some nice ghosties, as well as your traditional carp as well. So one of them would be a little bonus for sure. But fingers crossed for a fish. A fish has boshed out twice right mid-water in front of me. So I deployed a bait boat full of pellet and my hook bait over the top of that, and see if that materialises into anything. So yeah, bit of a manic start to be honest. I've got my rod pod, if you can see it down there, with 2 rods on, and my 3rd rod I've had to wedge into some holes in the decking, because you like fish off the decking here, which like I said again, I'll show you all that in a bit. But yeah, lovely little place, and yeah, look forward to going into the session and with a bite or 2 hopefully. Before I booked the session, the owner did warn me that tonight is carnival night. So down here in North Petherton, every year they have a carnival, and she said from 7 to 9 it goes right past, well, it starts outside the fishery, it all lines up in there ready to get into the village, and it can be quite rowdy with noise and music. And yeah, when I drove in today there was absolutely tons of carnival floats down the road all waiting for tonight's performance. And yeah, I think I'm going to probably reel in for an hour or so and I'll have a little walk down the road and have a look at it, because by all accounts it's quite a carnival. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. But anyway, I'm going to sort of get my 3rd rod set up. There's a nice little bush to the right. I'm going to put that under. Like I said, I'm just getting fish in. I'm going to get myself sorted in this hut, because I'm all over the place. It's just been one of them starts, you know, when I was coming down, I was driving down, yeah, I'll sort of start my video doing this, I'll do this, do that. I'd all worked out in my head, and then yeah, perhaps we shouldn't do that. It's all gone to the wayside. But we're here, we're fishing. I'm waffling on too much. I'm gonna get my 3rd rod out, get myself tidied up, put the kettle on, have a cup of tea and dunk some ginger nut biscuits, and I think I should start feeling good. Okay, so my right hand rod I'm going to just put down by the side of this bush, and then I'm not going to go try too close and get it tangled up. Just a little Just a little underarm cast there. I'll just chuck out a few boilers, a few pellets. Now this alarm is right on the skew, because if you can see that, it's on a bit of an angle. But that's all I can do, so I've got no stage stands, so I've had to improvise on this rod. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yep, that's good to go. There you go. I'm not going to overfeed it. Just a little bit, just under that tree there, and that's going to be it. So that's it. All 3 rods, right hand and my left hand too. Right. Let's. I nearly said to get the bivvy sorted, but it's the hut, which I'll show you around there in a minute. And it's getting warm. Right, let's get sorted. Okay then guys, well, I thought I'd give you a little tour of my peg and my hut. So this is behind me. This is where you come in to the fishery. The car park is probably, you can probably just about make out the cars, probably, I don't know, 100 yards or so that way. And then a little tackle shop just as you come in. So it's sort of like basic tackle and bait, just get you out the crap. Toilet block, shower. You do have to phone and sort of let them know you want to shower. You can't just go in there and have a shower. I don't think there's a phone number on there. And this, as you come around the lake anti-clockwise, this is peg 27, and that's my home for the next 24 hours. Give you a tour. So there we go, peg 27. You get a nice decked area, so if you do come, bring a pod or some stage stands. There you go. There's my 2 rods, one mid-water, one over to the far bush, well, half a rod length off. Nice big decking area. My 3rd rod. That is just under that bush there, just to the side of it. And a bit more space around the side. Got my barrow and a rod holder. Got my chair out. 2 double doors, which obviously close. A nice roof overhead, so you don't have to have the door shut when it's raining. Inside, space for 2 bed chairs, but obviously with one you get absolutely tons of space, and a nice table there to put all your bits and pieces, stand there and do your rigs, tie in, which makes it really nice. You've got a little light here you can put on, or you can just have one. All the lake rules, just to familiarise yourself, and places what sell food. So that's my view out the doors. So very nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Just a fish would be nice now, but we can only hope. Well, I did mention earlier that I'm just going to take a seat on my bed. I mentioned earlier that this is my first visit to the fishery, and potentially my last ever. as yeah, Follyfoot Fishery is closing its doors March 2026, so not long to go. I was having a chat with the owner today, and she's a really pleasant lady, and she's been here, I think it's 35 years, so a big part of her life. And it's connected, this is all connected to some crown land apparently, and the strawberry farm behind it. And I think, was it 2023 she mentioned that the lease, they're not renewing the lease when it ran out, which runs out obviously March next year, because the strawberry farm next door apparently want the lake for the irrigation. They want the water for the irrigation for the whole strawberry farm, which is quite a bit of it's quite a big old strawberry farm, to be fair. Yeah, so there'll be no more fishing here. I was hoping that maybe someone might take it over, but obviously that's not the case. So I don't know what's going to happen to the fishing here, whether they're going to get sold and moved on. I don't think anybody really knows. So yeah, a bit of a sad time for the fishery after all this time. But hey ho, that's what it is. So if it is on your list to fish, I suggest get down quite soon. Like I said, I booked this 3 weeks in advance because it does get quite busy, and I think now it is shut and people are trying to get as much time in here as they can. Now, I'll just turn my screen back on. Oops, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so hopefully I'll catch fish. Bonus if I get one of the koi or the ghost is what living here. That would be nice. But yeah, just nice to be out, to be fair. Yeah, so I'm sort of half tidied up. Again, sorry for the intro and the setup. It was just a little bit manic. I just needed to get fishing quick after the start I had. So yeah, we're sorting, and I'm rambling on again now. So I'm going to sit back, chill out a bit, have a coffee and dunk some biscuits. And I have brought my laptop, so I'm going to get connected to that and hopefully watch the football as well. Happy days. And go a little bit tighter this time. Bombs away. Okay then guys, so I've just redone the rods as I had to bring them in because I left all my food and milk and everything in the car. So yeah, I was a bit annoyed about that. I went to make myself a cup of tea, get my biscuits and everything out, and couldn't find it. Yeah, in the car. So rods in, to the car, back, and yeah, just quickly put them back out. My middle rod, which is sort of like in front of me mid-water, just had a slight lift up on it and it dropped back just a touch, a couple of beeps, nothing happened after that. So if I just had like a gentle liner, I would imagine. So yeah, there are fish boshing out, just dotted about, not one particular area, but there are fish showing themselves. So yeah, fingers crossed for a bite. If anything, like the last guy that was in here, he said he had 5 fish during the night. So maybe it's going to be a nighttime thing. Hope not, I'd rather get them in the day. Beggars can't be choosers. Right, kettle's on. And ginger nut biscuits, a must. And see you soon. A little visit from the owner's dog. Hello, where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's she gone? Where's she gone? There you are. Well then guys, losing the light a bit now. The fish are going absolutely nuts all the way down the lake, washing out everywhere, but nothing, absolutely nothing yet. Bit frustrating actually. I don't know, maybe tomorrow might be changed onto a zig or something maybe. Not really done a lot with zig fishing, and the water's really coloured, so I don't think that'll make a difference or not. Not really, like I say, I'm not really a very experienced zig angler. I'm not very confident at the best times, but when the water is as coloured as it is, it sort of puts doubt in my mind. I've probably got no reason to have that doubt, you know, but yeah. The guy next door apparently has had a couple, and the odd few around the lake during the day. So a bloke said when he walked around earlier. But yeah, we got about an hour and a half, and the carnival is going to kick off. You can hear them sort of starting playing the music and doing some little test runs down the road there. So I am tempted to wind in and have a wander down. So I'll probably have to go about 300 or 400 yards down the road to where the start is, because apparently they all line up outside the fishery, but down about, I don't know, I suppose a couple hundred yards, I suppose, just past the lake, is where the start point is. And when they kick off, they've got to have their float up and running. So another one's just bossed out. So yeah, I might reel in and head down there for about 7 o'clock ish, and just for half an hour, see if I can get some footage of the carnival for you. And because it might not be the fish, you know, it might have to be carnival only, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to have another cup of coffee and make sure I've got everything charged for the night ahead, and yeah, enjoy the carnival. Apparently it is very loud when they're outside here. Don't know if you just hear that in the background. Another one just bossed right out. They're taking the mick at me, taking the mick. But hey ho, I'm not sure if it's coming out on film, but because we're in low light, I've got a light on. It looks like there's like a flicker coming down my face of light. I don't know if it's just the screen on the camera or if it's coming out, you know, when I edit it. Don't know, but that is the reason why. If you're wondering why there's some funny move going on, there might not be, but if there is, that's what it is. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay then guys, you can hear all that in the background. That is the carnival. So I reeled in my rods for about an hour and a quarter just to have a glimpse at the carnival, because it literally goes past the fishery. It's a bit slow here because this is where they're lining up to go into the town. So yeah, you get a good close view of it and avoid the crowds. But there's still loads to come. As far as I can see down the road, there's more to come, and it's getting really, really chilly now. So yeah, I'll put a few clips of that up next. You know, if you don't want to see them few clips, just zip on to the next bit. And yeah, I got the lovely task of getting my rods out now in the dark. But there's quite a bit of ambient light over the lake with all this going on, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, right, let's get them rods back out. Oh, you can probably still hear the racket going on in the background, but it's quite good actually. There's another bit of music on site, but yeah, just made myself a nice hot brew, a few ginger nuts, biscuits to dunk. The hot water bottle is in the bed, and the rods are out. So happy days. It's yeah, not very often you go to fishing and get a carnival chucked in, and probably the last time I ever will get this chance. Like I said, this place is shutting down, so I thought I'd make the most of it. I would have liked to stay out there a bit longer, but it is bitter cold, and I really did want to get the rods out, especially because I haven't got a fish yet. If I'd have had a couple of fish today, I probably would have stayed out a bit longer, but I want to try to maximise my chances, even though I did sneak out for an hour and a quarter. I'm sure you'll forgive me. Right, I'm going to finish my brew, slowly move that water bottle from my feet up, and then give it probably an hour, and I'm going to jump into that lovely warm bed and have a good night's kip. And hopefully this will be finished by then. I think it's about 9 o'clock they said, but we'll see. I need to do that. Okay then guys, just doing a morning recast after a very quiet night. Decided to move my right hand rod, put it over to the far margin under the bushes. I thought I'd take you along for the ride as well. And if you're watching this, it means the camera didn't fall off the boat. Touch wood. There we are, back safely. Decking's wet, slippy when it's wet. Right, this one, we're going to go mid-water. There we go. So I'll do a third rod. I shan't film that. I want to see too much of that. So yeah, get that one on the rod rest, do the third rod, and then sit back and chill for a bit, and keep the old fingers, toes, and everything else crossed. Okay then guys, so this is my left hand rod. I'm not going to put that out on the boat. What I've decided is I'm going to chuck it. Oh, fish just boshed out there. Probably 2 rod lengths to the right of my right hand rod. So in the area, but they was doing that yesterday and nothing. Now I've got this lovely little bush just down here. So this is going to be literally just gently plop it down under this bush. And hopefully that might do a bite. And also a load of these pellets, so I'm just going to chuck a load of these in there. Only like I think they're either 4 mil, 4, 5, I don't know, 4 to 6 mil pellets. So just give them a scat as well, let them break down over an hour or two. And hopefully that will do. Ooh, my new head torch, got it today. If I can find the button, probably easier doing it this hand. Yeah. So it's $9.99 at the garage. I thought, why not? It's nice and quick and easy to put on. I've got a Ridge Monkey head torch, which is great. On the night, just when you want a bit of warmth and ease, I just literally put it under my pillow, so I know it's just there. Grab it, chuck on my head, and yeah, you got a bright setting, which really is at night time. Really is bright. A lower setting, and then it's got like a SOS, and off. Simples, $9.99. So that's my new toy. The other thing I have brought, I'll show you actually. I'll come back out. Where did I put it? Well, I've actually brought a few new things in the last few weeks. One of my latest things is the One More Cast Touch Me Up hook sharpener, and it's great. It's really, really good. I know other companies do them as well, but I had the Jag one. I've sold that now, and I only used it a few times. I just felt for me it was a bit of a faff, and yeah, I just leave that in the tackle box. Stick the point in to give it a twist, and it really does touch that point up nicely. So that is one toy extra. The second one you might not be able to see too easy. I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out for you guys. There you go. So I have a lot of pot noodles and cups of teas, and just recently bought this tracker tap, which I'll be honest with you, when they first come out, I thought another thing to catch the angler, and didn't think nothing of it. But I do like a cup of tea, I do like pot noodles, and so recently I like to keep myself hydrated with water, like little sips, little bits and often. Like I pretty do at work. You know, I've got a bottle of drink all the time, and I'm constantly, every 20-30 minutes, just having a sip, mouthful of water, and I just find it just makes me feel a whole lot better. So instead of having to keep taking the lid off, I can put that container right in the corner out of the way, tap it, a mouthful of water, and it's just simple. It's rechargeable, and it actually comes out at a fair old rate. It doesn't just dribble out, and so that's my new bits of kit I brought. There's nothing else, I don't think. No, that's about it. I do have one thing I don't know if you can see here. Is on my tripod. I brought this gadget here, and it's basically it tracks you. So I don't use it all the time. Just unlock my screen. Yeah, basically it tracks me, so if I turn it on, it locks onto me. So if I'm walking around, it'll actually spin around and follow me around. I did have another camera which does it through the camera app, but it's not all that reliable and takes a bit of setting up. That one, works quite well, and yeah, I think that was a birthday present, and a while back. I've only used it a few times, but yeah. Anyway, like I say, all the rods are done now. Just sit back and wait, and hopefully something turns up. Well, there we go, guys. That's my first time fishing at Follyfoot Fishery, and my last, and it's a blank. Really sad. Not so much on the blank, because I would have liked to have caught a fish or two, especially one of the kois or the ghosts is what reside in here, but more so for the fact that the fishery is closing permanently. I was chatting to a couple of the guys this morning who walked past. They've been fishing here for years, they're locals and absolutely gutted. So I really feel for them guys. This is their go-to getaway from stress of life, and in 3 or 4 months it will be no longer available to them. Yeah, sad days, but hey ho, life goes on, and yeah, I'm all packed down. I'm going to head to the car and go in to get a Burger King. There's one just 3 or 4 miles up the road, and have a cheeky little dinner there, and then make the trip home. It's about hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, so I wish you all well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. And that's from Follyfoot. The doors are closed.